exploring something where I felt like I would actually push the whole craft forwards. I could give people something that they would enjoy.
Our best of 5 series is all tied up now between Kyle. You okay there?
What?
Okay.
What'd I do?
There you go.
You just messing with me? I'm ready to get my analysis in, Rich. Hit me.
Nahaz, you said you really wanted to talk about Dusa and how that set up the entirety of this game. Let's start right there.
I think the Medusa pick was just very strange coming out from Alliance. I thought they had a decent 4v4 matchup through the first picks of the draft, but that last pick, Medusa's first item is some of the least efficient core gold in Dota. This hero, at one point in this game, she was up at 12k net worth. She was the most farmed hero on the map. The rest of the Alliance side was all at 7k and below. But Medusa with that first item, be it that Manta, be it that Lincoln Sphere, she just doesn't do that much. She really needs to get that second and into that third item before she's doing her work in these fights. And that's just not how this Alliance team wants to play Dota.
Numbers, schmumbers. That's what I have to say about that. I want to talk about the human element of this last game. Fada on a comfort hero. He loves the Mirana. Alliance on this passive game. Mickey going Lincoln's Rush on a Weaver. If you're going to win this game, you've got to be aggressive, but they're not in their comfort zone. They're playing on the back foot. Every single fight NIP is taking is right outside of an Alliance tower.
I'm going to talk about numbers mattering there too, because you look at that Weaver, and once he got behind, he had no way of coming back into this game. He was one of those two heroes around 7k net worth, and with Medusa just sucking resources off the map, getting her farm on, there's no way for Mike to get past that first item Lincoln's either.
Yeah, definitely. Now, as we do look forward, I want to kind of ask how this felt different than the first game did, right? We kind of talked about the big ideas in the draft coming out in the first game, and it was the idea that NIP basically created a machine, and a powerful machine at that really needed to come online and hit them hard in that 20-minute area. And then if Alliance could scale, they basically had their troll, they had their quap, and those things would allow them to take over the game. What was the story after this draft? Like, what was just the TLDR? What did each team have to do to hit their win con?
Well, for Alliance, it was just stall and farm, which is polar opposite of what I feel is their identity. NIP was just fight around the tomb, but more important, like the damage output of Alliance just isn't there. So as long as you don't get like 4-man wombo comboed, you're gonna be all good. These tombstones, you'll notice in every single fight NIP clear, tomb is on the high ground. You can't do it. I believe this upcoming fight, the one around the Roche Pit's the one I want to really zone in on, because you know, even here, right, you hit a nice Wyvern ult on 3, but like, where's the damage? You know, Medusa's still farming. This is not an engagement you're ever going to take, and it just feels like NIP have a much easier time making plays, and that to me is the meta in a nutshell.
Yeah, I think the undying point is super important. You have these 3 through 5.
As you're talking about this, I do want to bring up, before we started, Nahaz turned to Kyle and said, "You're going to talk about Undying." And Kyle didn't talk about Undying.
It's Kyle, of course he doesn't. I want to talk about the human element, numbers, schmumbers. Yeah, all right, Kyle.
Well, I just think that you're just making up a load of nonsense, honestly, and I just wanted to make sure that we respected the fact that these are, that every player has their own strengths. You can't just look at the data, okay? Dota is about feeling. It's about understanding what people want to do, all right? I'd rather have Fada play a Mirana than a hero who doesn't want to play.
Everybody. No, I'm not going to defend myself at all.
Look at this. You think you can do this. It's a choke point, but Alliance is running. The Tombstone, man. The Tombstone is unbelievable. Look at Fada. The long-range arrow, the leap down, the BKB. This man was feasting. All of a sudden, the community no longer wants him replaced. Now he's the MVP. It's wild how 20 minutes can change an entire Twitch chat's opinion.
A lot less than 20 minutes to change everybody's opinion. We know that that is the case. But what did you want to talk about, Nahaz? Let's hear your point of the story.
No, I think Kyle nailed it. I think that's absolutely right.
Cool. Well, good to know that one of us is earning their paycheck here. Hey, Rich.
That's great.
So, by the way, I do want to bring up some of our sponsors that allow all of this to be possible. No, all jokes aside, when you do look at this series, does it feel different even starting in the draft? And then we're going to build from there before we do get into game number 3 of our best of 5. Kyle, did it feel definitively different?
Oh, for sure. And I think that that's a given based on how well these teams know each other. Alliance, of course, have not won a series without dropping a game. I did not expect it would start in the grand final. A clean sheet is not something most goalies can. I lost where I was going with it, but the point is,
Kyle doesn't know much about clean sheets. Nahaz, as we do look at these statistics, this is your area of expertise. Anything really important to tell to the folks at home based off of these numbers?
I mean, what a difference a game makes, right? Fada from GOAT to hero in the space of a game. And I think a lot of it was, we had talked to the coaches backstage. They were thinking about several different alternatives to the Marana, but this is a guy that did call for his comfort hero in the middle of the draft, and he got it.
Just to clarify, wouldn't GOAT to hero be a bit of a downgrade?
You know what Nahaz meant.
I don't.
You're right, Kyle. You know, why don't you just go ahead and restate that and explain to the audience? Because I'm just not.
No,
I'm struggling here. I'm not doing a great
This is
job.
taking too long, Alan.
No, you're right. You're right, Kyle. Go,
Kyle,
please
Kyle,
go.
Okay,
Please go.
okay. Give me 1 second. Kyle, it's Father's Day. You have to be nice to Nahaz.
No. He's
not my dad.
Kyle is the greatest analyst in Dota. He's been at every DPC event. Like, this guy is.
Alan,
He's the man.
I don't have
actually-
any kids either, Alan.
Kyle actually,
don't think
it's really upsetting because Kyle is such a knowledgeable former pro, and his 200 IQ decisions sometimes intimidate people on the analyst desk.
They
and
really
in
do.
chat.
I am intimidated.
It's so hard being Kyle. I don't know how you just keep on keeping it, Kyle, man. It's not easy. I understand that.
You can't even like. You're grinning so hard. I'm surprised you can still get words out as you say this to me.
Wait.
It
Say that
doesn't
one
feel
more
very
time.
sincere.
What doesn't sound very sincere?
Everything you just said.
You need to really make it a little more sexy, Rich. Like,
No, we don't need that. We definitely don't need that.
well, Kyle just isn't feeling.
There's no way Twitch
Kyle
chat
isn't
wants
feeling
things
the
any
compliments
sexier.
right now. You need to, you really need to give it to him in the best used car salesman voice here. You're not selling him.
And Nahaz wants everybody to tell dad jokes on Father's Day. He's like, this is my day. Nahaz has been really demanding on Father's Day. One of
Can't
the
help
other
it.
things that's been very demanding is a series like this. I mean, ultimately, with so much on the line, I want to hear predictions right now. We're going to be taking a short break before we actually do get into the draft.
Sure.
It's a best of 5 series, so the players do need a little bit of a break before they jump into the action. They're going to be talking strategy. But who do you think actually will be able to take it before we jump to this break, Nahaz? Which team?
Again, when you watch the games that we've seen in this tournament between these two teams, 5 games, I just think Alliance has looked like the better team. I think without the unforced error, the Medusa pick at the end of that draft, they would have an excellent chance in that game.
Yeah, I think if you look back, over the last 19 games that these two teams have played, NIP is 14 and 5. You got to expect that based on the statistics that they would be favored. However, Alliance, I think, finding their stride, like the way they've been drafting, I think they recognized what they need to deal with in NIP's lineup. They keep banning out the heroes. I really think they should. It's just that last game was a bit too slow. They got to put their foot on the gas. You can't play this passively and just expect a win to fall into your lap.
All right, guys. Well, we are going to be jumping to this break, and you can vote right now in the chat for which analyst you think was wrong the most. You can vote using Kai Lol and Nahaz. We'll be back right after this.
Sad.
What?
Sad.
Da?
No, like
Do something, I don't know. Come on, I
how do I
can't.
do it? Like a
Shaft wheel? Seb?
yeah.
Yes, Seb. I got it. Seb? Is it right?
Yes,
I got
yes,
it. All right.
But this next one, I don't
Alright.
even know. Gabe?
Blink?
No. Gabe, like Gabe.
Give. Give.
Agonyms?
No.
You're giving me something. I don't know.
Yes,
man.
give. Give. One word.
You're giving me
Yeah,
something.
give.
Lotus
Give.
orb?
No. Dire type.
Ags.
No, not egg.
Agonyms.
I don't even know what that is. Dude.
don't
I didn't play Dota then.
I can't hear you.
Like, wait. Like radiant, dire. Dire, radiant, dire.
What?
I
Next,
know
next.
that. Next. Okay. Like a
Tekis.
no.
Explosion. Explosion.
Echo, Slama,
What?
Java. Like
Bomb.
no, like
Charge.
no.
Toss.
No. More.
Explosion. I don't know, man.
Shake it. Echo, like voice line. Voice line. Echo, Slama.
Oh, what's
Jama.
cooking? Boom.
Close. Echo, Slama, Jama. Like that. Echo, Slama, Jama.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's like 3 words.
3 words.
Yes. Echo, Slama, Jama.
You know what's cooking?
No. Close.
Is that no chat wheel?
Yes.
It's a chat wheel.
Yes. It's the Earthshaker.
I don't know, man.
3 words.
3 words. It's a hero chat wheel. Hero chat wheel.
No, it's like caster. No.
It's just a chat wheel.
Oh, dude.
It's so bad. Dude, oh my god, dude. Are you kidding me?
I don't know how to do
Okay, go next. Gaben.
Wait, have we started?
Yeah, Gaben. You know,
What?
money. Buy games.
Give money?
Give money.
Money?
Money. Yes, money.
Money?
Person.
You.
Person.
What?
I don't know how to explain this.
Give money?
Yeah, I mean, it's Gaben.
I don't hear
Gabe
anything.
Newell. Gaben.
Slower.
Gaben. 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 This is so bad.
I don't know.
I don't
First
know.
one? Money?
Money.
Money?
Money.
Gold? Bounty runes?
No.
Runes?
Person.
Agony.
Human.
Money face.
Human. Can I just swipe right? This is impossible. Alright, I'm swiping right. Oh, Legion Commander.
Huh?
Legion Commander.
What?
Jungling. Iron Talent. An item. Dude, this is so hard.
I don't hear a word, dude.
A Quilling Blade.
Throw a hammer? Hammer?
Yes, kinda. Neutral creep.
Hammer?
Slow creeps. Slow. Hit,
Hammer?
Hit creeps. Yes,
Hammer.
it's not a hammer. It's a Quilling Blade. I don't know.
Hammer, dude.
Not hammer, no.
No hammer.
Quilling Blade. Weapon.
Do what?
Weapon.
Dance?
Weapon.
Throw? Throw?
Yes, kinda. Yes.
Throw?
Yes.
Throw what?
Just.
Throw what? Dagger?
I don't know. No, not a PA. Just. This is Iron Talent, dude. How do I explain this? 70%.
I don't hear
Jungling.
it. What?
Jungling.
Running?
Lakamatang.
Like a matatai. Yeah.
Dude, how do I explain this? Iron Talent.
What?
How do I explain that?
How are we supposed to get that one, dude?
I don't know. I tried to give you a Quilling Blade, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I
it's
understand.
hard.
Yeah, I understand, like
and then
axe.
this one, like Gaben.
Oh, that's why you said
Money.
the face. Yeah,
Money
yeah,
face,
yeah,
money.
okay.
Hope you enjoyed that super cute video. Now it's time to jump back to our super cute panel. We got Kyle and Nahaz here, and we are going to be getting into the draft very shortly. It's game number 3, but this series, being the grand final, is a best of 5, so we want to keep that in your mind. And also, the one big thing, I see a lot of new people tuning in right now. First of all, hello. Second of all, this is going to be different than any minor you've seen before because both of these teams have already qualified to the major. And it really is interesting how much that has changed how this entire tournament feels and how it really does change a lot of the discussions that we're having with various permutations of how DPC can really be affected. And Nahaz, I actually haven't even had a chance off camera to talk to you about this. What do you think the most likely permutations are? How do you think DPC is going to round out for the year based off of what we've seen in the minor?
I mean, I think it started to look for a while like those bottom 4 spots were going to be very vulnerable. It's looking right now with teams like Complexity and Mineski out, it's looking like eHome is at least somewhat likely to be passed up, but it's looking like those bottom 4 teams are mostly pretty safe.
I'd say 50-50. I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah.
so.
Somewhat,
it'll come down to
somewhat likely. All right.
Alliance needs top 8.
Yeah.
They'd be in TI.
Yes.
Assuming Gambit
Radiant
or
team
Forward
back.
don't hit top 6.
Dire team
Although I do believe if both those
No,
occasions
both
have
those
TNC
occasions and both those
but
teams
no,
are going.
but TNC
the
is
TNC
in
gets
a-
to play defense. Yes.
Correct. So realistically, I
But-
think that only one team is going to make the run. I just can't see Gambit and Forward being top 6. There's one of them though, very likely.
I think it's a very Alliance getting top 8 and one of Gambit or Forward getting top 6 is very. That's
Can't
certainly
count out
possible.
Team RNG either. We'll never give up from
5
China.
seconds
They are
remaining.
always a threat. Any team from China is a threat.
There's a lot to talk about, and hopefully we do have some time to talk about it today, but the Dota has not been stopping, and I do want to bring up this first pick
First
from
phase
NIP.
jug.
Well, also, these are some heroes that we were saying NIP, in particular, would be trying to get.
Absolutely.
So how is this looking for NIP right
Radiant
now? What do you want to
team
see
back.
Alliance really start to do as well, Nahas?
Well, this is just one of Peter's comfort picks in the first phase. Again, that concept of using these first phase picks as extra bans, the idea that the Abaddon takes out something like, not necessarily takes completely out, but it discourages something like the Bat Rider in the second phase. It gives you very stable laning
10
combination, maybe a
seconds
little
remaining.
less so since the range on that miscoil is nerfed, but the suicide mechanic with this hero is still in
5
place,
seconds
which is
remaining.
still kind of BS. And you have Enigma as well, a hero that NIP runs at both the 3 and the 4 position. They're probably showing their 2 supports here, and that to me is just fine. I am a little bit surprised by the decision by Alliance to lock down the Juggernaut in the first phase when I don't see it very likely at all that they would go back to a mid jug that's almost surely Mike's hero.
Yeah, especially into what? It's the just wait. Yeah, into Abaddon. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not typical. I love the Enigma pick from NIP, and I think the Naga ban from Alliance was necessary because that combination is just ridiculous. Cool DP ban as well. This leaves Night Stalker in the pool. I would be shocked if NIP do not pick that up 3rd or 4th here. I just think that item is an integral part of their success, and it combos with what they've got so far. Like, I love how PBD likes to cover all the bases with this draft. So this BKB disable,
Okay.
and the clock actually helps deny the Night Stalker because you counteract the vision advantage, and it's very difficult for Night Stalker to play into him when his darkness isn't popped. It's also a BKB piercing interrupt for the Enigma ult. But Abaddon, easy save, strong laner, a lot of sustain, like the combo with Enigma. They just need catch now. Catch in a way to create chaos.
More likely, this is going to be a Tiger 4 position clockwork, a look that we've seen from Alliance early in this tournament. It also talked about in the previous draft the importance of the supports being able to deal with BKBs, and the clock can go ahead and still get rid of that black hole. The Ursa pick here is obviously laning matchup against the Juggernaut, and this is the hero I really wanted to talk about going into the second phase for the draft of the Alliance. It's a hero that's been there late in the drafts. We talked about some of the concerns in Game 1 about the bear being vulnerable to damage, but I think Koikva feels super confident in this hero in his laning matchups mid, and it's a great pick for Alliance here.
I hate it against
10
Enigma.
seconds
I really
remaining.
do. It's max HP based pure damage. I think
5
Ursa as
seconds
well
remaining.
can just get on top of both Alliance cores and potentially beat them down. You do have a lot of sustain. The pushing power of Jug Lone Druid actually was knocked out of TI a wild card by this hero combination. It's very difficult. You hit a tempo timing where you're just like, oh, I can't kill the bear or Jug because he's spinning
And again,
your
it's
buildings
just
are
about
dying.
what kind of Dota do you want to play? What's in your team's comfort zone? And this lineup here profiles exactly what Alliance has been doing in their winning Dota games in this tournament.
Is there any serious box that has not been checked yet for either of these lineups, Nahas, that you want to see hit as we see a TA locked in?
That's the other big mid hero that I was going to talk about for both teams.
It is excellent against everything but the Lone Druid. The thing about it is that while Lone Druid counters TA in some ways, that's only if you have the ability to apply pressure. It's much like we saw yesterday in the Sirius versus Ambergasa series, where It looks great for TA until you're just being ran at by a bunch of creeps. You have to be offensive. You have to be the one initiating, getting those auto attacks started first.
Well, the other big weakness of a lot of Ursa lineups is, Ursa is a machine at generating hero kills. It's a very poor hero at generating tower kills, and TA makes up for that deficiency in spades.
It makes Roche as well a priority for NIP. Then mid tower, if you can take it out early and accelerate the game, you get this Blink Deso up like 16 minutes, and then all of a sudden there's some drums phase Ursa just beelining for the Alliance backline.
And maybe it goes without
Easy to play
saying,
Dota.
because we talked about it so much, but circle back to your earlier point about reach, about vision, that's
and
the TA.
they get rid of the Night Stalker. I think that's just necessary.
I think Night Stalker might have been overkill in that regard.
Yeah, I
but
think you might go bat here if you're NIP.
I
It feels
agree.
like right now Alliance need a method of like dealing. They need team fight. They need something that can make plays, really, because you can't count on this clock 4 position to be your roamer. I mean, sure, you can hook shot around, but that cooldown's very long, and early on in the game, it's just not reliable to like run at TA and be able to find kills.
So the one thing that may be missing from the Alliance lineup, as Rich asked about checking boxes, is the really powerful combination with the Grimstroke. I wonder if he might. Beastmaster and Doom have both. Doom looked terrible earlier on in the tournament. I really love Beastmaster though here for Alliance.
It, I think, gives their draft like that power level boost that it might need, because otherwise I'm fearful that in the mid game NIP can just run at them and you're not going to have the damage output to go toe to toe. If you're NIP, maybe you just keep the Enigma core here, pick a Soxa hero. You just want standard playmaker, really, a cheap stun, low cooldown, Sand King Band, Shaker Band, Earth Spirit. A lot of the typical 4 positions are out of the pool, even the Nyx and the Night Stalker. You'd also wouldn't mind like maybe something like a Puck, even if you have to put a core, make the Enigma 4, because you don't want to pick a hero that can't run at clockwork, especially after the change to Battery Assault. I was so happy when they removed the cast point on the Q, so you don't have to be like more than in range to stay in range. It's a lot easier to play the hero. It's a really cool quality of life buff.
Who's playing? Do you want NIP to pick Puck?
Yeah, I think it's
Who's
possible.
playing what there though? Is 33 playing the Puck there?
Yeah, 33 Puck.
Dire team pick.
I'm not as big a fan of that.
What are you a big fan of?
Yeah.
I like the I like Puck as the mobility concept. It's just the individual player. I haven't seen 33 play Puck that much.
Maybe just keep him on the Enigma. Just something for Soxa. We just need a stun.
I
wouldn't even mind Soxa playing.
I need a playmaker, because Enigma feels great as a counter initiator or as a secondary initiator. I don't like Enigma having to be the first person in the fight. I want something that's going to make plays. That you talked about the Bat Rider earlier. I think that's perfect.
It's so annoying.
I don't know why we went away from
you
that.
you still need, like, there's so many heroes on NIP that you have to address now, right? It's like, shit, we need 4 steps. We got to kite this Ursa. But how are we going to kill TA? And Bat's going to kill our lone druid, and there's an Enigma who can black hole us, and so we need to save the hook.
But again, let's not make the same mistake that we've made on a couple of these earlier panels.
Speak for
what do we
yourself.
think about
I
the
don't make
lanes?
mistakes. I just learn lessons.
Dude,
Good
budget
for you,
said, calm
Kyle.
down.
What do we think about the lanes? What do we think about the Jug Bat lane?
The Jug, I mean, it's fine for the Jug for sure, but it's more about the Bat's presence in the game. He's just going to backlane.
Again,
you can't threaten him with the support duo of Alliance at all.
Well, that's fine. We've seen a couple games in this tournament where Bat's gotten a little bit of trouble because he's had a fine lane cutting creeps, but he's also a lot of carry free farm.
Sure.
And this is a problem because this is an Alliance lineup that just wants to get levels early and play on that NIP side of the map.
Man, I'm thinking Pango.
Pango
but
is
I
tremendous.
just don't know. I feel like Beastmaster might be necessary.
I want to see Beastmaster, but I
it
think
just
Pango's
doesn't feel
fine.
like it's a comfort.
It's not a comfort pick for Boxy, and again,
Maybe you core the clock, but that's just
No.
that hero is really, really bad against Ursa. Especially in
they've
lane.
done that before this season.
I know. It's a Han hero, dude. Any offlaner that plays Han loves clock. That's just how it goes.
What would the Pango accomplish, though, if that did end up being the pick?
Just
creates chaos.
Yeah, but it's weak here though. It's too much physical damage on NIP. You don't have a good time dealing with Bat
And it's
Rider
also not
either.
the best laner.
Yeah.
I'd like to see. That's the other thing about Beastmaster is that he's such a stable
and
laner.
that's the thing. Nip's lineup has made it like I'm not surprised. Oh God. Ugh. Okay, so that's gonna be a mid Monkey King. All right. It's so funny that this hero gets picked because I was sitting with.
Wait, that's gonna be a
no,
Boxy monk. No, the Koikva's on. Koikva's on Lone Druid.
I still think they're gonna put Monkey King against the TA. Actually,
All right.
no. Okay, Lone Druid's a
Lone
good
Druid's
matchup.
mid
But I was
against
funny
TA.
because I was talking with Aiden and they were discussing TA, and he's like, "Yeah, what hero beats TA?" And he was of the opinion like nothing does, right? And the argument was about Monkey King versus TA and
Wait,
which hero
you got in
wins.
that? You got in that conversation with him as well? Because
Yeah.
that's
The
actually
same
really funny. Because
conversation.
that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same conversation.
He's like
that Sid got
super
in.
like hardcore about TA is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then I think it was somebody was making the argument like, nah, like my Monkey King will beat you. And Aiden's like, dude, I'll play TA and beat your Monkey King. I don't remember who said that. I think it was Cinderin. Cinderin was like his Monkey King could beat Aiden's TA.
All
and
right.
Aiden was like, nah, you're wildin'.
Once again, I loved Alliance up until the last pick. I'm very uncertain about this Monkey King. I'm going to have to go with NIP because I don't think the Monkey King fits.
Yeah, you've got to get ahead, stay ahead. The theory behind Alliance's draft is you're going to drop the Wukongs and Lone Druid hits the tower with like a Radiance timing at 20 minutes. That could work, but realistically, they've limited catch. I think NIP have a much more well-rounded lineup, and as long as TA doesn't get absolutely wrecked, they're going to take the game.
Well, you heard it from our panel. Now there's going to be a small little lull before we get into the game where the casters do talk, and you can't have lull without send.
Love this guy. Can I just say, before we get into the game,
Do it.
so this shouldn't come to anyone's surprise, but as usual, Kyle is wrong. I was talking to Insania. That is true. So part of his statement was true, but I was talking about playing Bat Rider, not Monkey King against TA. I actually think the guy who was talking about Monkey King with might have been Boxy himself. Either Boxy or Limp or something else. But I seem to remember hearing a fragment of this conversation as well. But
Hey, I can imagine Bat Rider a lot more against TA than anything else.
yes. But anyway, let's see what they're going to do. It is a mid Monkey King build. They're actually going to throw Koikfa in a side lane and put Boxy mid here, trying to curveball NIP a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I personally, when it comes to this matchup, I think it's a little bit of a skill matchup, and the lane can go both ways. I don't think there's like an obvious clear winner of Monkey King against TA, but I'm looking forward to seeing Boxy showcase what it can do here.
Well, Koifa's already on the scout. As much information as you can possibly get with the bear. Monkey goes the opposite direction. It looks like a courier's making his trek underneath that observer ward, but you know that's real. They're not you can do anything. It's just like, this is a rogue techies. I like how he plans
Did
he wait, what?
He placed the ward, and then he tried to sneak out as a tree while being watched by a ward. Well, if NIP aren't looking there specifically, they won't see him on the minimap. So technically, they might not have noticed he placed that ward, but that's kind of
They pinged him when he came up. They pinged him because he went right underneath the observer ward. So they at least know he was there at some point. We'll see if PPD is able to, well, afford a sentry to go over there and get rid of it. By the way, bounty
2 for
rune's
2?
going to be 2 for 2. Yeah.
Yep.
Even trade-off. Let's start off our game with the snooze first. What is the tempo we're looking for at the start of this? Like,
Wait,
is
what's happening with the lanes? Hang on.
they're bouncing around. Koifa's now in mid. Mickey's going south. Monkey King's going towards the top.
So
He's actually a really
What?
padded Monkey King.
Did they just change their mind and they're like, ah, man, I don't trust you, Boxy. I don't think you can win. Aiden's like, TA can't lose. Let's put Koikfa Lone Druid mid. And then he has a side. Oh, okay, I get it. They were trying to bait, basically, NIP into thinking that Monkey was mid by buying mid items. And now he's going to a side lane. And perhaps because of this, they can get the lane matchups that they're looking for. That has to be the idea, right? He bought a mid build, and he clearly showed himself mid for a while.
Hey,
So-
it seems to make some logical sense. I don't know if that cogging actually makes a lot of sense. PPD, yeah, it does. He's trapped inside. They have no way to run away from the ink swell once the cogs are down. I thought it didn't make sense because A should do some damage, but it's a level 1 Ursa. He doesn't do much damage yet.
Alliance have... Wait, what? Why is Jugger TPing away from Bat Rider?
Yeah, he's coming north. Like
I
maybe
actually don't know what's
are
happening.
they trying to predict that NIP are going to actually switch beforehand? No, then he just showed himself in lane. No, that can't be
Okay,
it.
wait, so who TP'd back top? Ursa TP'd back top, so now they can aggro tri-lane the Ursa with the Jugger because they know... Wait, he didn't TP back top. It was Abaddon that died.
Yeah.
Abaddon TP'd top, and...
So Lone Druid's
So
now
now
against the
they're putting
Bat Rider
Lone
on
against-
bottom, and Monkey has gone mid with his mid items to then play that lane.
Why did they need to switch? Now he's under-leveled, and I don't get it. Like, what is... Do they just want to counter the Ursa that hard
know,
with
I
the
think-
Jugger tri-lane instead of the Monkey King, and then...
They're just trying to summon the Dark Magician.
Monkey should lose this lane now. He's too far behind. This is level 3 TA against level 1 Monkey. You're not going to win this lane. I really don't think so, but okay.
gonna give him
I'll
a shot
remain
anyway.
confused. I'm still trying to figure this out. There has to be some sort of logic behind it, right? So Abaddon TP top. If they send Lone bottom,
So Tiger will come in and try and zone out Fada in the mid, or he's just moving through to pick up the Arcane Rune in the bottom river and then go against the Bat Rider. That's not the matchup he was looking for. This is just Alliance keeping you on your toes, playing some random stuff. We've had some gyrocopters early today. I was like, well, how does this fit in? And now we know Alliance play the different tempo game. Koifa's off to a really good start as far as like levels and farm, so nothing's going to really stop him.
What Bat Rider can choose to do always in this kind of lane when it hits this level is it can just Firefly the wave, and now he can start skipping waves, right? You just skip the wave, pull it up into the small or the medium camp, and get that extra farm with Firefly as long as he has enough mana for it. Currently his mana reserve is relatively low, but even with Koikva having this level advantage, he won't really get to face him in the lane.
It's like they were waiting for this to happen because now the clockwork can move down. Firefly is down for 33, so all Koikva needs to do is get some level of control with a Savage Roar. He forces 33 to turn around. This is buying time for Tiger to come in closer. Start off with the back. No, the cogs! It's out of possession. Tiger will have to cut back. If he got those cogs, 33 would be dead right now.
I think it's a tie between those cogs in the lane switch, which one makes least sense. I'm not completely sure yet. Nah.
Stop trying to think about Dota.
Even if that kill fails, it's actually still a really valuable rotation because he stopped Bat in trying to accomplish the wave, right? So Koikva will get a level 5 now.
Inkswell over on Mickey. He's going to get the stun on Ace, but he's also coming so much damage. The shield's already up from PPD. The stroke well off target from Insania. And PPD is just consuming Mangoes. Tiger's going to wrap around the back, but PPD just cuts through the tree line.
Oh, if he tangos through right now, this is very easy. He could get
one more miscoil. It's not going to kill him, though. You can hear the Inkswell just starting up in your ear.
Oh, Tiger showed.
Yep.
He echoed a creep.
Oh, got him.
Nice. He got it through the creep wave, so it did enough damage. Very nicely done by Insania there.
He's been waiting a while for that one. So once again, another kill for Alliance. Happens up in the top lane. Once again, it's Peter who's the one to die. Trying to buy space for Ace. Ace is sitting at 9-2 CS in that lane against the Juggernaut, who's, well, we can't really claim him as being there from the beginning, but he's 18-8.
Fata lost mid?
Fata left.
He gave up on mid after Boxy was a level lower than him and then came back to mid. So it does turn out that this lane match, at least in this game, looks really good for the Monkey King. Now, he has a terrible matchup against Bat Rider, so
they're going again.
NIP have swapped him in there.
Inkswell stun, and they just get the full duration Blade Fury out, combining with the Inkswell. They get the slow, and PPD with the Battery Assault and Cold Trap down. Alliance just go from lane to lane, getting kill after kill. I say from lane to lane, all the kills have been up on top. But Koifa is taking the tier 1 tower on bottom lane with a little bit of a push.
Saksa can walk down here and defend the tower if he wants.
5-minute runes too.
We need to remember there's an Enigma in the jungle right now, but he has not moved at all. And how many runes do Alliance get here? Three, I think?
They got 3.
They got 3.
The Bear claimed the 2 on bottom.
And now they're sending Fata bottom to defend against Lone Druid. I think he really shouldn't or doesn't want to be here. Ideally, you probably put the Enigma here to just pull the creeps away and get the farm and let Fata continue in the jungle. You secured getting Bat Rider a game by putting it mid now against the Monkey King who beat TA. And in your top lane, you're just going to have to suffer for a bit. I think you can't solve all the problems at once, but you can solve 2 of them while still getting decent farm.
But even once you move your lanes around, do you really solve the problem? Alliance have already shown a desire to play some fancy footwork style. Oh, another Battery Assault. Cogs come up. Ace. Oh, you can give him a miscoil. You can give him a shield in a second, waiting for it. And for the shield so he can break free of the stun, but the spin arrives from Mickey. And Ace will fall. 5 kills for Alliance in 6 minutes. TA is still second in the CS. Enigma's still getting a hell of a lot. Boxy's rotated down. Goes for the quick stun. They really need an entangle or some kind of control over on Fada. And he shields up and gets back behind.
And now it's going to be Insania sitting in mid against 33 while this move from Monkey King took place. Now they have swapped around too. So now looks like Koikva is going to go mid and try to push this tower with his bear. To secure getting this Monkey King away from Bat. Oh, if he gets a root here, that would deal a lot of damage.
I think they're trying to catch up to the Templar Assassin. There will be a root. But 33 still sticking around. Koifa, TA
3
trap.
stacks.
There's 3 stacks combining with the Flame Break. Put the Firefly on top of him. Koifa looking for some kind of Savage Roar to force him to run away, but it won't happen.
Big death. That is real big. That is the biggest kill of the game so far. He was having a great game. He lane swapped to get Boxy away from the Bat, but he ends up dying on the way.
Well, Tiger might get a rebuttal into 33. They cut through the cog. A quick burn out. Saksa has moved in as well just to soak up the Battery Assault, and this will be a kill. The TA trap will kill him, but not the extra hit. Insania. He'll arrive with the Inkswell. But Zuxa's got that extra bit of damage thanks to the Midnight Pulse.
That was a satisfying spell combo. Boundless Strike from the right and Stroke of Fate from the left. A little strike and a stroke. And a kill.
Yes, they hit the sweet spot. Lone Draw is back on bottom lane, trying to add more pressure once again, while NIP... And they're trying to move some players up towards top to do something about the Juggernaut, who is farming up. But his net worth is... is still looking good across the board. Alliance hold the top 3 net worths. Even if the CS looked a little bit better for NIP, a lot of that CS did come out of the jungle. Savage Roar, just send the Centaur back. It's the one that is being persuaded to fight for the Dire's cause.
The reason Alliance isn't further ahead is obviously the Enigma, almost being top net worth in his team. This would remind you a lot of some of the net worths that you see out of Team Secret when they play Yeps or Enigma and the laning stage they get punished a bit. And then it's about can Soxa turn his high level and net worth into something meaningful on the map, top lane.
They just Omni slash him down as well. They wanted to get the kill on Ace. The Cogs will push him back. Meanwhile, in the mid, the lasso will be dragging the Monkey King up and further away. Boxy, the bear, he'll come in from the side, but it cannot create enough space. While PPD does die underneath the tier 1 tower. This aggressive combination of Alliance paying off every time they set it to work, but that's why it's trade-off time. Zuxa and Fada working together to take out that tier 1 tower on bottom lane.
And they're not even close to losing their own, so they flat out just get a tower advantage right now. Would imagine perhaps we're going to see a rotation soon coming in toward the middle. I would love to see Soxa spawn Eidolons, split them, then instantly smoke, rotate behind the Lone Druid mid and get a black hole off and kill him together with Bad Rider or the TA, and then take the tower if possible, deal a good amount of damage. The position he has in the Radiant jungle right now is really good to make this move with, and he even has a good creep to combine with the play. Doesn't have a smoke though.
Oh,
could still consider the move. Boxy's showing bottom.
Yeah, he's just killing the traps of Fada. That's what revealed him for a second. And he needs extra help. It's on the way. Clockwork is moving down. Doesn't have level 6 just yet, so we can't just get that long-range initiation hook shot in. But they can catch out Zuxa. Trying to move up. Inkswell and Battery Assault combining with the Cogs. Just no way for this Enigma to get away. And Boxy even comes in with the Boundless Strike just to ensure that kill goes his way.
There should be a book coming up for Taiga soon. Sani already got his level 6. And Fata did get away. But that's a nice defense from Alliance. Personally, like I said before, I don't know if this was the play NIP should have tried to go for, this bottom tier 2 tower move. Monkey King with the phase boots outran the Malefice attempt.
We're coming again.
Yep.
Thanks to the Observer Ward, though, NIP are very well aware it's on the way.
Ursa has ulti now. This kill is so much harder than before. It's not that easy.
Maybe that's why they just like, okay, let's go for PPD instead. The Cogs just need to push him back off the 10-minute bounty rune, and that's what they're looking for. Tiger goes in, but PPD jumps to the other side of the river. So it'll end up being a 3-for-1 rune trade-off in favor of NIP.
Yep.
Peter's just got to get out of here alive.
And we need to remember that this NIP lineup, it scales. You should never underestimate Enigma late game against these type of cores. Monkey King and Juggernaut don't like this matchup.
33's going in. Koifer's going to lose his bear in a second because it's underneath the Firefly, but Tiger there to help out with the Battering Assault. PPD's in pretty deep, but he can't really help out 33. He's up on the hillside using that vision just to get away, or the lack of, for Alliance, but then bind them together. The Soul binds up, but where's your jump forward? He got the Stroke of Fate, a double slow, and the Cogs will separate PPD and 33. The Centaur wants to come over and help. Zuxa, what have you got left to give? Not much more.
In the meantime, bottom Fata and Boxy are fighting. Boxy going to pop the Shrine to stay alive. But it's space for Ace, finally. He has had such a terrible start, and now he gets to have a little bit of freedom for a very little bit of time, make it comes back up. But yeah, you look at the kill score and you look at how much it looked like Alliance were doing well in the lanes, and they haven't really got much to show for it. Good hook shot.
Clockwork gets a hook shot in while Boxy gets initiated over on by TA. Fada's already got that kill. As Oscar, he's able to get himself further out. Tiger, there's no Shrine available anymore, so just a quick move up from Fada, hits the Mel Strike, and Insania, the damage output will be there.
That's a mid tower as well. They have 20 seconds, it's enough. Sox is going to spawn new Eidolons. Oh wait, he has nothing to spawn them from. Oh, that's a range creep in mid. I think he's going to go spawn them and they're going to go straight for it, probably. We'll see. Maybe Alliance will be just in time here. Actually, they will. They will respawn. Let's see how many TPs they commit to try and defend this mid tower. There's no way they give this up.
Koifis is going for a straight trade-off anyway. He's just running at the tier 1 tower on top lane.
Wait, are you actually not defending mid? Do they have TPs?
Do
you not have TPs?
Oh shit. If there's Cloud9.
Grim doesn't have one. Clock has one.
Right,
now they're going to TP in alone. The damage is already done here.
So Koifer takes the top tower. I think he's just looking for a denial, but it doesn't even happen. Zuxa is
not a
able to
good
get
trade.
the last hit.
I definitely think Taiga should have TP'd there with Clockwork and just boxed them out. Cogs and Battery Assault and just buy time. Make some space there. Even if he ended up dying for it, if he would have defended the tower at like 1/3 health, I think it would have been worth it. This opens up so much for NIP now that this mid tower is gone. They can start playing very aggressively around mid and bottom lane. They have pretty good high tempo heroes and TA traps down here, so plenty of playmaking potential for them. And Alliance, you need to find a way, I think, to bring this Monkey King into the game right now. He had a bad start, then a good start, and then died, and his game has been a little bit volatile.
They're really looking for an opportunity. PPT. Well,
Scouting
they'll get
out.
a quick slow. They'll battle underneath the TA trap, but PPT trapped here, remember. If he needs to, he can skill up to borrow time, and it looks like this may be one of those points he'll need to do so. Turns around to help kill off Taiga with the help of the Centaur creep as the lasso bind them up together. Boxy trying to create as much problems as he possibly can with the Boundless Strike. He does get the follow-up stun to 33 as Enigma is the first one to fall down. PPT just walked it off, but Boxy jumps away before the tree is cut from Ace just in time. But Mikke, he's the one in trouble. 6 Fury swipes. They have to actually give him the stun, but that's why NIP keep their distance. One more attack will do it, and that's why the Cogs, Taiga, he builds the wall. And NIP don't have a ladder.
They end up only getting Boxy there. It's a 1-for-1 trade-off. It's kind of hard to believe that that's how that ended. But the big winner out of all of this is probably Koika. He's free farming. And did he take a mid tower too? He took the mid tower. Meanwhile, that's a really big win overall for Alliance. They should be very happy with that sequence. The Cogs being the key.
You see the line being drawn as well straight after Alliance. It's like we need to control this area, which is the northern part of the NIP jungle. They'll need some more wards if they're going to do that. Either that or that's Lone Druid's farm area.
Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna. Looks like he might just go Radiance. Yeah, he'll go Radiance. The issue that I see right now for Alliance is NIP have now got a TA with Deso, and the Enigma is starting to reach really useful items. He's closing in on a mech. It still has a bit to go. The dagger on Bad Rider coming up in 50 gold. This power spike for NIP is going to be really serious compared to the Lone Druid who's sitting on dead gold, essentially, right? For the next 5 minutes, this Lone Druid will not scale. What you see is what you get right now, and it's not that great.
They're looking to run forward, NIP one initiation. Taiga's waiting to cancel the black hole with a hook shot. So if Zuxa wants to go for it, Taiga will be waiting for him, but he's realizing he needs to reposition. The bottom trees don't give enough maneuverability. But while this is happening, Monkey's pushing top, Lone Druid's farming mid, and NIP are committing 5 heroes on bottom lane to take this tier 2 tower.
Alliance are not going to defend it anyway. So now what do you do as NIP? If you look at the map, the most juicy target has got to be Roshan. You have a Deso and an Ursa. So you need to find a way of accessing this Roshan pit by making an aggressive move. They have a good ward top that's unfortunately for them expiring in 10 seconds. This one is really useful for smoking past and getting into the triangle area. If they could kill the Lone Druid there and place a ward, they could maybe Rosh. But now that timing is gone, we'll see if they try to do something similar later regardless. Do they have any smokes on them? They actually don't. There are no smokes on the Dire currently.
It's just one over on Grimstroke for Radiant.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. One just got purchased up by PPD.
Yeah, I think that's the call here. Push out mid. Let's group up and make a 3-4-man move. If we get the pick in the triangle, we can choose between top tower and Roche.
They're not even using smoke.
But not for now.
Insania just killed off one of the sentry wards, so they know exactly where he is. He dropped his own observer down, so you can start the Inks well. Wow, he actually went for the bind too. That's not going to save his life at all.
Gets a good laugh out of it though.
Sure. I love the defense traps up on top. It's almost like watching Techie's green mines. Just side trap, side trap, side trap. Nothing will get through here.
This is dangerous. Boxy can actually die here.
If he walks into it, Meld Strike, trap number 1 gets the slow and the
God.
damage output. Boxy
That was
can't even
flawless.
slap.
Double meld, trap, and refraction. That'll be quick. He was not ready at all. He didn't even get the stun off. Totally caught off guard by Fata. Nice kill.
Tiger's going to find Zuxa with the battery assault. Enigma knows he needs to create a little bit of extra space, but the troll trap controlled up by the Dominator. They got a rotation around through the backlines too, which is PPD looking for the extra slower control. Kill the healing ward. That's what he's making his way for. So no easy way to regenerate.
Or Ursa might find
He's coming in with
Taiga.
Taiga. He doesn't want the Inkswell Tiger, but Fata wants everything. Goes for Insania. Even got some spill damage out to Mikke.
Fada really woke up after the first game. He's playing super well both game 2 and 3 so far. Another great game from him. He lost the mid lane a little bit, but because I'm not 100% confident in how this matchup goes, I can't say if that's unexpected or not. But the way he's been recovering and the decisions he's been making, especially with his trap plays, have been really, really good. Now it's Roche time. Rocket Flare should be scouting it out. It's coming in now. Let's see if NIP give a damn. Nope is the answer.
We'll watch that top fight again. So double meld.
Very nice.
God, he's so much damage.
That's Roche's dead.
Well, Tiger
wants to try. It's too
33 of PPD were very much playing the blockers. Cogs pushing him main. That'll actually allow the TP to complete. And 33 can't get the lasso.
Nice escape from Taiga. Saw it coming, got away. NIP are in firm control of the game right now, though. This is another big item coming out. They have so much sustain. They have a Baton. They have Enigma with mech. They have Ursa with ulti. And they have an Aegis.
The relic has been picked up from Quoipa, so that's Alliance's critical item timings as well.
They have to get this Radiance before they fight. This tower is dead mid. I think if they try to do it. Oh my
God.
God.
Insania! Oh!
Well, he didn't get 2-shot, but it was close.
Yeah, he got 4% less than 2-shot. Now the lasso, finally give it a better target. Juggernaut. They get the core. Lone Druids trying to take the tier 1 tower on bottom in the meantime, but NIP will barrel forward. We're 18 minutes into this game, but they won high ground and they've got it. Fortification will slow them down.
Peter got a point Curse of Avernus as well, so this is going to greatly increase their pushing speed, making sure to proc it after the glyph ends for that 40 attack speed.
Wukong command. Oh, that's a great soul bind with a follow-up stun control. They need to keep Ace locked in here. Tiger, he got the initiation with the cogs, but it's still not enough. NIP can back up. This is where that Enigma mech can really come and work for him.
They haven't even used it. That was such a big commitment. Alliance used 2 ultis and got literally 0 value.
Radiance is here.
They're getting wrecked.
So Bear is jumping forward. He's got the Radiance going to work. Fada already been forced away. The Boundless Strike, that hits hard. And the Cogs holds them in position. So the Bear can finally do his work with the Black Hole. Returning it around. The Lone Druid, he cannot afford to die right now. If he goes down, there will not be a buyback. There won't be anything, but the Savage Roar creates a little bit of space. Mickey, he'll do it. So will Clockwork with the buybacks. They're ready to fight Boxy, hitting down PPD. Very low on life. Has got a missed call to give, so he can deny himself. Ace, so low on life. Tiger's already got the kill onto him. They isolate Fada. Fada's just going to try and out-DPS them, but with the Boundless Strike, he's stunned up and controlled up too well. And they find PPD. The Cogs. Nope. TP completes.
That was such an important timing for Alliance. In this one fight, I think Fata messed up for the first time this game. He missed a meld attack on the, I think, Clockwork in the start. And that ends up being crucial because that's why the cogs come out that you called out and just kind of caught them in the corner of the base. And Lone Druid stayed alive really long. Ultimately did get killed off by the Bat Rider, but the defense was already complete. So Alliance should be very happy to not lose their barracks here as far as bounties go.
Lasso. Grimstroke's on the way to help out. Boxy's just TPing out. He's worried there's too much.
No, it's not TP!
Boxy!
Where did he TP to?
Home, right?
Wait, where was he TPing?
Did Quoipa just TP home? And that delay... No, that shouldn't have... Where did he go?
If he double-clicks TP, it's a 3-second TP. Wait, was he TPing on the shrine? Wait, what? Replay!
Replay, please. I'm sorry, can we please... Look, we didn't see that. See that again.
I want to see that immediately.
Yeah. Come on, JJ. Come on, Weapus. Come on, StarLadder production value. Here you go.
Let's see here.
All
Look
right,
at the minimap. Yep,
it.
he's porting on the shrine. And somebody else TP'd there before.
Yeah, Grimstroke just went up there.
That's a feels Batman. Okay.
You have to have a synth lollipop at the end of that.
Bat is very happy with that kill. It's got Blink Force halfway to Boots of Travel. And it's not just the kill, man. It just feels so bad, you know, when this happens.
It's not even your fault, right?
You feel stupid.
You probably weren't looking for it.
No, he was clearly not expecting this TP to be 5 seconds. If he was expecting that, he would have TP'd to base. It's just that greedy efficiency play, right?
Hook shot.
Hook shot.
Tiger's going to go in, right on top of Zuxay. He's instantly pushed back outside of the cogs. He's staying on top of this Enigma. Don't let him get anything off Boxy's ready for another jump into second. Now he'll bounce back down again, but Ace will join the fight too. The stroke from Insania gets the kill into a Wukong's command with the Soul Bind. Ace and 33 in retreat, but PPD is there and they're okay to fight here if they want to. Boxy just walks straight out of the Wukong command and they're in full retreat. They saw him coming. There's enough observer wards from Alliance watching their side of the jungle. But hey, I suppose space created to farm underneath nip wards for the Lone Druid.
Yeah,
It's like
what do you
everyone's
get next?
always just under vision.
He's going Vlad's. So this Lone Droid is going to have Mask of Madness, Radiance, Vlad's. That is a very weak inventory, I want to say.
Oh, PPD. Caught for a moment. Kuiper's rotated him. And, well, he'll go back to full life. Silence will finally break free. PPD. Shield. Watch that that mist. He's
Fake
waiting.
it out.
He's waiting.
Oh! He got it.
Talent.
Yeah.
It's a TI champion, Sin. That's
This-
a TI champion.
This guy plays this hero 7 times a day, so you get practice.
This could be such a boring day.
He probably, what if, maybe he just goes and creates custom lobbies and he plays against bots and just has them attack him and then he tries to suicide with miscoil. Like, just 3 hours of practice a day. You'd get really good at it.
Hey, how would OpenAI handle that? Oh, we're going to go for this kill. Oh,
OpenAI don't play a bad.
they... Ah, that's the secret. You need it. You need
I
a
think.
smarter hero.
I
Here
don't
we.
know.
All right, come on. This is a slow down skill play.
Will he make it?
All right, I don't know, Sin.
Oh!
That was-
Exclamation mark.
That was so close on the stroke.
It
of
was
fate.
actually super close. Thanks for the slow-mo.
It's actually a lot closer than you thought
Oh,
it was.
good lasso.
Blink,
That's a free
lasso.
kill.
Drag back the grim stroke. You don't try and kill an Baden without some revenge.
This pairing, we actually haven't talked about that at all, but Bat TA together is so strong because what Bat Rider wants when it gets these lassos with Blink Force is somebody to just blow up the target. They have 2 cores that flat out insta-kill almost in this lasso. Both Ursa and TA love having this kind of hero with them, and it's showing right there how powerful that can be.
Once he's getting up and away. The Radiant scanned, so they knew that NIP were coming over. It also helps when you see NIP attacking into your top shrine. This will be some cheeky monkey stuff.
Oh, Tiger
Oh.
spotted. He's dead.
Flying vision.
Oh, wait,
from
they don't have
33.
lasso, actually. Well,
So
he
Tiger-
doesn't know they see him.
No,
he doesn't know.
He knows now.
Oh, he doesn't know.
Yes, it's definitely more dramatic when you go into a high falsetto since.
No, it's a meme. You wouldn't get it.
No, I'm too old for memes. Sorry, if a meme wasn't created on a Betamax player, I just wasn't ready for it.
Okay, well, that's very few memes that are used in Dota, at least, so a bit out of the loop there. Okay, so they got a free pick there on the clockwork. What's the next play for an NIP? When is Roche up? Roche is up in 1 minute minimum, so maybe they will start controlling this area. Key items coming up. The Enigma almost has Dagger, Ursa almost has BKB, Bat has Travels, TA almost has the...
She's going Dragonlance.
She has
Hurricane Pike.
Dragonlance in a sec. Yeah, she's probably going to go the full Pike against Clockwork and Monkey King. It's really good for getting out of the Wukong's command and the Cogs, but Alliance have nothing big coming up, so they're kind of working with what they have right now. Actually, not true. Mjolnir 200 gold for Mikis, so that will be one item they will get at least, but there's way more of a timing coming up for the NIP squad right now. They're going to actually even get 3 bounty runes by the looks of it. Alliance is not ready at all.
Yeah, 33
They're
already
not
got
in
the top
position.
one. It's a bit odd. Normally, a Lone Druid Bear is at least able to scout out one of the, even if it's more riskier, runes. Interesting to also see where PPD has gone. He has just gone on an absolute mission to the Radiant base to plant down 1 Observer Ward deep inside the base. And it's on watching the 2 lanes that NIP will be looking to pressure. Good deep information that won't be scouted out.
Yeah.
And they can take that shrine as well now.
If
so
this
remove
ward
the
in the
outer
Radiant
positions.
base stays, they're going to be able to use it with the Aegis that inevitably should go the way of NIP. Alliance will try their hardest to defend that Roche for sure, because if that Aegis goes to NIP, it's minimum 1 lane of Rax. Oh, mid lane box, he's jumped. He's in trouble. No, he's not. Oh, perfect blink.
Well, now the
from
lasso.
33. Now he's in trouble.
Yep. He tried a boundless strike, but the blink came half a second later, so
Oh, Koikva's in trouble too now, maybe. Never mind, false alarm.
this is just a test to make sure you're ready.
If the trap got vision of him, I think they might have chased for it. Actually, okay, Thana's gonna get
Hook
caught.
shot
Yes,
him.
BKB.
Tiger's going to hold him
Fine.
there. BKB is up. Where's that entangle? Need to hold him back. The cogs, at least you know he can't fight through that. Both of them will TP away to safety.
Nice. They forced a BKB.
Oh, he did.
10-second one.
Bear.
Hello?
Bear.
Okay.
He's got Savage Roar. It's fine. He just was waiting for the immunity to wear off.
And they now all eyes are on Roche. It's a late spawn. It will be 2 minutes from now, roughly. The bear is still around here, trying to radiance down the wave. Koikva going for the maximum lane pressure and efficiency.
I don't think your
Nicely
side
done.
lane pressure works against TA traps. Like, TA traps are always going to win in this case.
Yeah, it's still actually pretty important that he killed that wave, though. It's 30 seconds before additional creeps reach down. You can see Ace is putting a lot of emphasis on it, too. The reason NIP want to play this top half of the map and push these waves is they're preparing for the inevitable Roche. They just don't know when it's up, so they're a little bit early. But it's fine as long as they establish presence up there and keep cutting waves. Ideally, Kogfa wants to get his bear up there again, but he just can't. They're getting pinned in their jungle right now.
They should really manage to get that double damage room, but no one sees it. Koifa's bear's in a lot of trouble. They have more than enough damage to get rid of that as 33 continues to charge forward. He sees Boxy sitting up on a tree. Even their sentry ward can get rid of that obs of Radiant. So even that earlier vision that Alliance tried to get out so they could see where NIP is moving will be lost, and NIP just going straight for the mid.
Oh, this is dangerous from Alliance.
They're smoked up. They're trying to wrap around the back lines. Duxter's not exactly certain where he's meant to stand. Bocky thinking about the Wukong's command, but no one's inside of it. And in fact, TA is now just standing up over on the range racks in mid.
Well,
that
that's
Wukong's command is so off target. Mickey will get hit by the TA trap. He's forced to defense spin away. They're just going to go in and take the range racks.
There wasn't a single hero in the ring.
I'm uncertain
Nobody
of things.
even touched the ring.
Well,
Did they see it though?
What's the opposite of a swish? It was an air ball. Now you jump in.
They get the
Lasso
bear.
is over on the bear. You can tie them together. At least Tiger's in the middle of all of this, but the Midnight Pulse, that's what they're battling on top of. Clockwork has to buy back with the black hole. Foxy has gone down 2 buybacks. Mickey was caught in that as well with a follow-up stun, thanks to the extra ink swell, but he can't get away. The proc will at least kill off at least Suxer in return.
Oh,
but
total
Nipper coming
disaster.
back again.
Disaster for Alliance. That was no bueno. NIP can go for Roche whenever they want. They know it's up. They have a trap in there, so they have vision. But for now, they're going to keep up the pressure, knowing that Londred has no second bear. He's basically dead for another 35 seconds, which means you can count this as 2 dead cores.
Monkey, it's a good boundless strike. Over on 3, allows Clockwork just to walk in and get the perfect cogs of battery assault. They still haven't taken that melee rack. The Enrage are going to wear off in just a second. Ace, he'll actually be brought down. Where's the next target? A long way away.
Cost Alliance a lot of buybacks. They've used 3 buybacks in that fight. 2 of them are cores, Jugger as well as Monkey King.
Can they take Roshan at least? Like, is that the target? Like, the Clockwork Rocket's already flying out there. There's TA traps inside the pit. They need something to make this buyback worth it.
You buy back the Ursa and defend this. Maybe you don't even need to buy back Ursa if Batrider plays this well. It's actually really high level on 33 here, so... Oh, they don't even deward the trap. Do they have any sentries on anyone? Okay. Grimstroke is on the way.
I'm saying 3 on Grimstroke, but he's a long way away.
Oh,
Now
this ain't
NIP's
good.
coming in farther. The cogs, it's good. It at least closes up the pit, but then again, they're stuck inside. Alliance can't get back out again. Clockwork's already gone down. Mickey will join it. Boxy's just wondering when he can hit them, but now he has to go into the Wukong's command. The Soul Mine keeping it battened together, but it won't matter. Not when this fight splits up, or maybe it will do the lasso. He can't finish Fada. Fada is shield. PPD kept him alive. The Borrow Time gave PPD all the life back again, and Boxy being bounced around while Ace killing off Koifa. This is huge. Again, he has no bear available. Boxy will fall. 3 heroes. They are so far down the ground. They won't be back up for 80 seconds. And now Roshan belongs to NIP.
There's a choice to be made here. I actually think they could end the game. The safe play is to take Roche first and then go maybe take bottom barracks.
You can take Roshan so quickly.
Yeah,
though,
because
so
if you take Roche first, you spend like, let's say 10, 15, 20 seconds on this.
That was 10.
And this is time that you can invest into the tier 4, so by the time you get to the base,
They're already there.
I don't think you could, well, the damage dealers aren't, so this push isn't that fast, but they're still doing a bit here, slowly but steadily. But when the cores get here, let's see if they want to push for the GG or the bottom racks. Bottom racks is a safe play, but if NIP fancy their chances, they could just try to flat out end the game.
They're going safe.
They will go safe.
So tier 3 tower does not last long. Still 35 seconds on the clock, man. You were really right. They could have gone for the tier 4 towers. Maybe they're thinking Alliance, like they know Alliance actually don't have buybacks because it was a timer. It wasn't money.
Yep.
So the Rax is gone. And
they're still gonna hit
they're
a bit
going to
of
still go for the tier 4 towers, it seems.
Yeah, they could have ended the game here.
No Spirit Bear for 20 seconds. That's actually also so damn huge. And Blink, lasso, they got the target. It's going to be Koifa. Oh, not like this. A Clockwork can hook in and create a little bit of extra space.
For who?
But now Tiger, I don't know. He's going to go down anyway. The Bashes are able to connect. 2 heroes now down for another minute. And this is going to be the game. There is no way Alliance can defend. Even with the Juggernaut and the Monkey King, they're going to smoke up. They want to try and find a fight. So the Soul Mine, Sasuke actually kept together with Fada. But Zuxa, he doesn't care. He's standing his ground. He's still got his black hole available. He's ready to turn around. Mickey pushed away. Trying to get back to some type of relative safety. But with the Ancient being exposed, NIP will look to end this right now. Here goes Boxy, in for the Wukong's command. And what does NIP do? They just walk away. There's no control from Alliance to keep him there. And Fada. Oh, the jump in the back line. He'll 3-hit Insania. He'll buy back very quickly as well.
Okay, they may be holding.
Zuxta almost got himself a 2-man black hole and 2 big cores.
He has BKB Black Hole ready.
Yep.
There is only one cancel on the Dire side, which is the hook shot. So if he catches Clockwork in that BKB Black Hole, it's a guaranteed full duration hole, more or less. It's hard to kill him.
I'm going to be safe about this. Push the tier 2 tower on top. The net worth is ridiculous. There's 2-2-2-2-2s across the board for the Templar Assassin.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And now Batrider also just to force a casual Aghanim Scepter. That's a way to ensure the game. There's still another 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the Aegis.
What does Alliance do? They have one bear. This bear needs to not die, and they need to smoke, and they need to just try and take a fight with a good Wukong's command. They have to set up this Monkey King somehow, but the problem is...
How does the bear live?
The catch that they have is this Clockwork jumping in, but if he does that, there's a free black hole, and even if he gets a good catch, they have a Force Staff on the Batrider, and a Pike on TA. It feels impossible. Gaben also thinks it's impossible.
What does Gaben say? No! Gaben says that never in the history of Dota has a team come back from this position.
This is a tough one.
Smoke up from Alliance. They'll try and come and fight.
All right, Alliance, time to make some history here, boys. I'm ready. Here it comes.
Nice.
All right, cue the dramatic music.
Such a huge bait. Like, it's a trap. The shields are up. The shields are up. Pull up. Pull up. Alliance, I don't think this is your goal right now. Poifer's Bears moving to the front lines. They're looking into the tree line. They find 33 into a Wukong's command. They can battle and stay in the trees. H-Try was meant to be right, but NIP is just stronger. They just move themselves back. You've already lost one. Mickey's in full retreat. The Clockwork hookshot forward just tries to create a little bit of extra space. The Bears be dying in the corners. Poifer wants a TP away to safety. He's able to do so, but the Bear dies once again. No resummon for 16 seconds. Yeah, that was kind of obvious that was going to happen.
Just wait. There's still a black hole coming.
Okay,
You love it.
I'm waiting, Sin.
You love it.
I'm waiting. Are you ready?
You love it.
Grip the desk.
Oh, here we go.
The lasso. Manages to pull out the Monkey King. He's dead. He's totally dead.
Black hole something, damn it. Give Toby his moment of the game. Oh my
There
God,
is
he
no
almost
moment
died
of
to
this
the
game.
Pike. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, no. False alarm again.
Oh, GG.
GG. Come on, you can at least cast it before the time runs out. No, that's it. We just got to watch Peter's face.
Oh, he got it. He got it now.
What?
Oh, he midnight pulsed on. Wait, he didn't cast it.
GG. GG. NIP take game 3. So we go 2-1 in the series. Quality performance from them, but it seemed a little bit shaky from Alliance in some of their engagements, some of the decision making. It also felt like they had an idea, which definitely was meant to be dynamic at the beginning, and then you just kind of wonder when that dynamicness was going to settle into actual strat. And
They just
never found it.
They never really found the fight that they were looking for. There was maybe one good monkey ulti in this 35-minute game. The rest were really subpar. I don't know if they have... Perhaps they're a bit inexperienced with these heroes, and they're like, okay, we got a bit cornered by this TA pick. We want to try something. We theory crafted and maybe tried it once or twice. They didn't seem too comfortable playing this way. Whereas NIP, they kind of... the thing I want to commend NIP the most for here is not panicking. I think they responded very well to the early laning from Alliance and being willing to sacrifice the Ursa, knowing that giving Enigma the game, giving Batrider the game, and obviously giving TA the game was going to be enough, and Ursa could come back. So that was well
smart and well thought out from NIP. Exactly what we've seen from them multiple times throughout this minor. Of course, they're still battling to be that #1 position, seeding as well as extra prize money is what these teams are battling for, and the glory. It's all about the glory. Winners at a LAN event. Let's see who gets the glory. NIP or Alliance, or we get a game 5.
doing something where I felt like I would actually push the whole craft forwards. I could give people something that they would enjoy.